Have you ever been, really deep into figuring something out, digging through all this information, and then, bam, you realize the whole question you started with was, well, kind of wrong.
Oh, absolutely. It happens more than we think.
Right. So today on the deep dive, we're going on this really interesting journey. We're looking for the phantom cat.
Phantom cat. Sounds intriguing.
It is. It's this great way to think about avoiding conceptual traps. You know how we sometimes end up looking for things that aren't actually there? It's about navigating all this information without getting lost.
Exactly. Helping you spot those invisible cats in your own thinking.
Spot on. And the whole idea really springs from this proverb in Stuart Firestein's book, Ignorance. It goes, "It is very difficult to find a black cat in a dark room, especially when there is no cat."
Which sounds so simple at first, right? Almost obvious.
Totally obvious.
Right.
But when you dig into it for how we learn and discover things, it's actually quite profound.
It really is. It beautifully sums up the danger of essentialism. You see, concepts are crucial. We need them, right? They're how we frame the world.
Sure, our mental models.
Exactly. But, and here's the paradox, they can accidentally lock us into thinking something must have a certain core property, an essence.
Even if it doesn't exist.
Precisely. And that's the trap. We end up searching for something that isn't there because the concept itself demands it. We're looking for the cat that isn't in the room.
Okay, let's unpack this. Maybe a real-world example would help.
Definitely. History's full of them.
Right. Well, think about luminiferous ether. For ages, scientists, really brilliant ones, were completely sure it existed.
Oh yeah, the ether, it was supposed to be everywhere, right? This invisible stuff filling the entire universe.
Exactly. Their logic seemed pretty sound at the time. They knew light traveled in waves.
Like sound waves or water waves.
And those waves need something to travel through. Air, water, whatever. So they figured light must need a medium too. That was the isser. It felt like a basic requirement.
And that connects perfectly back to Firestein's cat. The ether was the black cat.
Ah, okay, I see.
Physicists were essentially theorizing in that dark room. And they weren't just thinking about it. They were experimenting in it, building incredibly precise gear, running tests.
All looking for this ether.
All looking for evidence of a cat that just wasn't there. And why? Because their starting point, their core concept that light must have a medium, was the wrong guide. It sent them chasing a phantom.
It seems so clear in hindsight, no cat, stop looking. But why is it so easy to fall into these traps? What makes us keep searching?
Well, a few things come into play. Our own biases, for one. We like neat explanations, complete pictures.
We want things to make sense within our existing framework.
Exactly. And once an idea, a paradigm, gets established, it takes a lot to question its very foundation. We tend to tweak things at the edges rather than challenge the core. There's this powerful intellectual inertia.
So what does this all mean for you, listening in, trying to learn or figure things out?
It means understanding these conceptual traps, these phantom cats, is super valuable.
Right. It's like a tool for your own thinking. It helps you see which lines of questioning are likely to pay off and which might just be, dark rooms with no cats.
Precisely. You avoid getting bogged down, searching for answers that don't exist because the question itself is flawed. It helps you cut through the noise.
Makes you more efficient, more focused in your curiosity, gets you to clarity faster.
You got it.
So wrapping up, this deep dive has really been about finding that crucial balance, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. It's about using concepts. They're powerful, necessary tools.
But also staying really vigilant, keeping an eye out for those phantom cats, that essentialist thinking that can lead us nowhere, whether that's in science or work or just figuring out life.
Which leads to, I think, a really important question for you to consider.
Go on.
In your own world, in the things you're trying to understand or achieve, what cats might you be searching for without realizing the room is actually empty? What fundamental assumptions might be guiding your search down a path where there's simply no there there?
That is definitely something to chew on. A great final thought. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and watch out for those phantom cats.